Yes, indeed. Yes, yes, yes. Start your C.D.B practice right now. Conscious deep breathing right now because it's awesome. C.D.B goes together, conscious deep breathing goes together with all of the wonderful, amazing things in your life. C.D.B, conscious deep breathing, and happiness go together. Conscious deep breathing and health go together. Conscious deep breathing and wealth, all of the things that you and I are striving after, they go together with conscious deep breathing. Conscious deep breathing and freedom go together. You cannot feel imprisoned or caged up and be breathing consciously at the same time. Conscious deep breathing, C.D.B, frees you from mental slavery. It frees you from fears. Conscious deep breathing go together with wisdom. See, conscious deep breathing frees you from ignorance. And ignorance is confinement. Ignorance is slavery to the image-based world. Shallow breathing is not your thing. So let's focus on C.D.B. Conscious deep breathing makes you feel sweet right here and now, which is what you and I wake up in the morning wanting to feel. We want to feel our sweetness. We want to feel our happiness. We want to feel our health. We want to feel wealthy. We want to feel wise. We want to feel our freedom. Conscious deep breathing guarantees your freedom. Conscious deep breathing guarantees your security. Every living creature on the face of the earth, every living creature on the face of the earth wants to be secure, seeks security, desires security, strives for security. Conscious deep breathing does not promise you security, it delivers. With every conscious deep breath, you feel the security of the entire cosmos supporting you, because that's what conscious deep breathing does for you. Conscious deep breathing and satisfaction go hand in hand, heart in heart. And conscious deep breathing guarantees that in the moment that you take the next conscious deep breath, you experience deep satisfaction. So let's look at it. We have been given a universe, a world, chock full, fully loaded with all of the provisions that we need to enjoy. All of the provisions and the support that we need to be fulfilled, to feel harmonious. We have been given the kingdom of heaven within us. But I tell you what happens. Shallow breathing has robbed us of the experience of the kingdom of heaven which is within us, which cannot be taken from us. But with shallow breathing, all of the goodies, the goodness, the divine provisions, the blessings that God has in store within your heart, waiting for you, is obstructed by shallow breathing. That is why when we say shallow breathing is the only sin you can commit against yourself and against the cosmos and against life itself, because C.D.B, conscious deep breathing, reveals to you everything that the cosmos has. Your own heart. There is nothing outside of you. It's packaged in your heart. And what you do when you breathe consciously and deeply is open the doors of your heart and allow you to feel and taste and see and smell and hear and experience Godness, your Godness, the Godness of the cosmos, the Godness of the universe. Because the universe, the cosmos, is the only God that is creating, that is manifesting you and empowering you to experience yourself. So love yourself now. Sing your chorus and allow the blessings of life to stream from your heart into all of your vital organs, to stream from your heart into your brains, and to awaken your brains so that the 9/10 of your brains which have not been active simply because you're not breathing consciously and deeply and supplying it with the energy, the fuel it needs to open up and experience and engage the cosmos, which is your playfield, which is your playground, which is your all-you-can-eat buffet, which is the blessings of the Almighty built for you and made available to you since the day you took your first breath. And it will never be withdrawn from you, will never be withheld from you as long as you live. And as long as you're practicing your conscious deep breathing skill sets. So let's wake up again. Let's wake up today. Let's get happy. Let's get happy because we are built to be happy. Let's get healthy because we're built to be healthy. Let's be awesome because we're built to be awesome. Every breath you take, every move you make, when you breathe consciously and deeply, is an enriching move. Every breath you take is full of importance. Your importance makes you feel important. Every conscious deep breath you take makes you feel significant because your breath is your significance. Every conscious deep breath you take adds value to your life because your breath is your value. Every conscious deep breath you take enables you to embrace the entire cosmos in your own heart and takes you from simple, limited planet Earth experience into the cosmic reality that is supporting you. We are built to occupy, to position, to take ownership of the cosmos, to take ownership of the planet Earth first, and then that leads you into ownership of the cosmos, which comes with every conscious deep breath. Why should I pay allegiance to shallow breathing when all it does is to fill our hearts with fear, to fill our minds with anxiety, to fill us with all kinds of self-doubt? Take on conscious deep breathing now. Breathe consciously and deeply now. And commit yourself to conscious deep breathing, because there's a difference between a prosperous, successful, fulfilling, secure, and satisfied lifestyle. The difference between that and living in poverty, the poverty of shallow breathing. I was made aware today that most of us were grown up. We're grown up in households that didn't practice conscious deep breathing. They didn't practice because they didn't know how important it was to every child in the household. That you were educated in schools which didn't teach you conscious deep breathing because they didn't know the value of conscious deep breathing. That you were taught in universities that didn't know the value of conscious deep breathing, and so they didn't teach you how to breathe consciously and deeply. That you have attended churches and religious organizations which didn't know the value of conscious deep breathing, which didn't recognize and acknowledge and preach the fact that God is the breath of life. That breath that you took when you took the first breath. That breath you take every time you take a breath. That God is that breath is your God. Let us break away from that ignorance now. And we break away from it by simply breathing consciously and deeply. Let us come into the new world, the new era, the new age, which can only be entered with conscious deep breathing. It can only be entered with conscious deep breathing because the image-based world, which is intellect-based, is the prison that has held us down and has confined us to a life of poverty, a life of misery, lives of torment. Let's end that tyranny now of shallow breathing by simply taking on the responsibility to breathe consciously and deeply now and forever. Go out, eat, drink, and be merry. Breathe consciously and deeply. Breathe consciously and deeply and stream the energies, the fuel that your brain needs in order for your third eye to open up, for your pineal and pituitary glands to open up and show you the glory of your life. Breathe consciously and deeply. Conscious deep breathing is like the rudder on any ship that takes it out to port. The port of your heart is waiting for you to arrive. So wrap your consciousness around your breath and enable your breath to fill your heart to fill your body, to fill your feelings with the feelings of paradise, now and forevermore. Breathe consciously and deeply. C.D.B. Teach your friends. Share the skill set with your friends. Share the skill set with your family. Share the skill set with your children. Share the skill set with your enemies. Time to shed craziness, to shed insanity, to become aware, and to practice your conscious deep breathing skill set, because it is a gift of God to you. Then you can stand up in the midst of God, which is the original, organic, cosmic energy fields of God frequencies, which includes you and me and every living thing, and invites us to take ownership of what we are. WATT, the units of energy which comprise our constitution, the units of energy which fuel our lives. Take ownership now. Sin no more by being a shallow breather. Rejoice and be triumphant as you practice your conscious deep breathing, which is the gift of God to you, which enables you to feel at one with the cosmos, which is God, the nano frequencies, which enable you to own the reality of you, to love the reality of you, to rejoice in the reality of you, to feast on the reality of you, to eat, drink, and be merry, thus fulfilling the only commandment in life, the only commandment in life, the only purpose or process to life. For this day, through conscious deep breathing, you can enter into paradise, where you can greet your friends and relatives who have passed on, particularly those who have longed to be with Jesus, who invited you, said, paradise is within you, the kingdom of heaven is within you, and who said to those on the cross beside him, this day you shall be with me in paradise. Make paradise your home from this day on, one conscious deep breath at a time.